Okay, let's talk about something that gives English learners a serious headache, the present perfect tense. You know the one. If you've ever found yourself totally stuck trying to figure out when to use it, trust me, you are not alone. So in the next few minutes, we're going to clear all that up for good.
And look, it's not just you. It's famously tricky. Lingo Marina calls it the least favorite tense for a reason. There's this feeling that it's just, well, confusing. But you know what? Today, we're going to fix that.
And here's the heart of the problem, right? The big question that trips everyone up. Is this tense about the past? I mean, the action already happened. Or is it about the present? The word present is right there in the name. Or is it somehow both? Well, that confusion is exactly what we're here to sort out.
To really get our heads around this, we need one simple but really powerful idea. See, the key isn't thinking about the past or the present in isolation. It's all about the connection between them. So let's build a little mental bridge to understand how this whole thing works.
So, what is this core idea? Well, the main job of the present perfect, its whole purpose, is to act as a bridge to the present. It creates this really special link between something that happened in the past and why it matters right now. So, picture this. On one side, you have an action that happened in the past. It's done, it's finished. And on the other side, you have right now, this very moment. The present perfect is the tense we pull out when the result, or the effect, of that past action is still important, still being felt now.
So if you remember just one thing, remember this. The present perfect is that bridge. It literally connects a past event to the present moment. It's our way of saying, hey, what happened back then has a real consequence for me now. That's it. That's the secret.
Okay, so now that we get what this bridge does, let's get our hands dirty and figure out how to build it. How do we actually put a sentence together using the present perfect? The good news is the formula is actually pretty straightforward.
It's really just a three-step process. First, you start with your subject, I, she, they, the cat. Next, you add that little helper verb, which is always going to be either have or has. And then, the final piece, you add the main verb, but not just the simple past. You need what's called the past participle.
Now this past participle, this is the trickiest part of the whole formula. For regular verbs, it's super easy. You just add ed at the end, like played or walked. But for all those irregular verbs, the form can change completely. And honestly, you just have to memorize them. Go becomes gone, eat becomes eaten, and so on. And hey, here's a quick tip to help you sound way more natural when you're speaking. We almost always use contractions for have and has. So I have becomes I've, and she has becomes she's. Just a little warning though, if you're taking a formal test like the TOEFL, you're probably better off writing out the full words. Okay, so we know what it is, and we know how to build it. Now for the most important part, right? When do we actually use this thing? Let's break down the three main situations where the present perfect is absolutely the right tool for the job.
First up, we use it for talking about life experiences, things you have or haven't done at any point in your life up to now, like, I've been to Japan. Second, we use it for a past action that has a super clear result right now. Think, I've lost my keys, which really means I can't get in my house now. And third, we use it for actions that happened in a time period that isn't over yet, like today or this month.
And now, we've arrived at the final boss battle of English grammar, choosing between the present perfect and the past simple. This is where almost all the confusion comes from. But I promise, there is one simple question you can ask yourself that will get you the right answer every single time.
The secret is all about time. You just have to ask yourself, is the time period finished? If you're talking about something that happened yesterday, last week, or in a specific year like 1990, well, that time is over. It's done. That's a finished time, so you use the past simple. But if you're talking about today, this week, or even your whole life, that time is still going on. It's unfinished, and that's when you need the present perfect.
Let's make this real with an example. If you say, I worked here for 5 years, using the past simple, you're signaling that the period of working there is finished. You don't work there anymore. But if you say, I have worked here for 5 years, that unfinished time implies that you still work there now. See? The tense completely changes the meaning of the sentence.
Here's another perfect example. I lost my keys yesterday. The focus there is on when it happened. Yesterday, a finished time. But if you say, I have lost my keys, you're not focusing on when. You're focusing on the result. Right now, I am locked out, and it's a problem. It has present urgency.
All right, time for a quick quiz. Your turn. Look at the sentence on the screen.
Which tense do you think fits in the blank? Just think about our one big rule. Is the time period finished or unfinished?
You got it. It has to be the past simple. He visited Hungary in 1990. And why? Because 1990 is a specific finished time in the past. It's over, it's done, it has no direct connection to now other than being a memory. Great job.
All right, let's wrap this all up with the key things you need to remember. If you can just lock these few points in your mind, you are going to be a master of the present perfect. So from now on, always think of that bridge connecting the past to right now. Use it when you're talking about life experiences, present results, and unfinished periods of time. And whenever you get stuck choosing a tense, just stop and ask yourself that one simple question. Is the time period finished? If the answer is yes, go with the past simple. If the answer is no, you need the present perfect. It really is that straightforward.
And to finish up, I'll leave you with this question. And notice, I'm using the tense itself. Just think about your days so far. It's an unfinished time period, right? So, have you used the present perfect today? What have you learned? It's the perfect way to start putting all this into practice.